At the congressional baseball game, Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt made a miraculous grab in left field. He got up, bloodied, but with the baseball. Now, right before that game, we had a chance to sit down the senator because he's involved in everything from reforming college sports to SLU possibly moving to the Big East Conference.
This Sports Plus conversation is sponsored by your Quality Ford dealers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 47 years.
And it's a pleasure to welcome Senator Eric Schmitt to Sports Plus. Ronald Reagan said the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." Now the government getting involved in the NCAA. It's a bill that you've sponsored. Tell me why this makes sense right now, Senator.
It's a great lead in. It's a great question. And I was very skeptical a couple years ago if you would have asked me. But the truth of the matter is, at this point, college sports and college athletics writ large are really an American institution. And through the course of the last decade, Frank, through litigation, the NCAA or no governing body really doesn't have any ability to make any rules. You saw this with the Texas Tech quarterback this week, the eligibility issues at this point, the transfer portal, there's no rules. And so Congress is the only entity on the planet that can give the NCAA or some other governing body antitrust protection to set some rules and enforce them. And that's really what this legislation is, to have those rules in place and then also provide an avenue for conferences to pool their media rights and generate more revenue to protect women's sports, Olympic sports. Because here's the reality. If you're losing money on your football program or you're spending all your money on your football program with this new environment, you're no longer going to be subsidizing all the other sports like women's swimming, golf, even baseball, for example. So this is a way to give those governing bodies protection under the law to reestablish these rules and enforce them.
I like some of the elements, too. The transfer limits, you have 5 years to complete your college career, and trying to enforce caps on compensation. So are you proposing like a new governing body to oversee everything and have the NCAA go away?
Well, you could do that. I think right now it leaves that open-ended, but right now the NCAA honestly is which has had its issues, as you know, over the years, but it is kind of a plug-and-play kind of scenario right now where they can enforce the rules on. But we make clear in the statute or the law that hopefully will pass is that you've got this one-time transfer, you've got 5 years of eligibility when you hit 19 or graduate from high school to get us back to a place that people are much more familiar and there's some stability. Right now, it truly is like the Wild Wild West.
Another sports angle that you are directly involved with is SLU and the possibility of going to the Big East. Now, I would have been skeptical of that a few years back because I would have thought, well, SLU has no chance to compete in the Big East. Josh Schertz changes everything. Where does that stand right now, and why are you passionate about this?
I think it's a perfect fit for St. Louis University. Look, you look at the Big East, they are like institutions, Georgetown, Marquette, Xavier, these Catholic institutions that are basketball centric. And SLU would come in now. Josh Schertz is great. He's a program builder. He's built something great there. I think that's going to continue. But they have a very competitive NIL now. They would be in the top third of facilities. You look at the new training facility they have there on top of Chaffetz. They've got a lot of great things going. It's the number 4 endowed school, Catholic university in the whole country. The Big East in this changing dynamic should be, and I've argued can be, looking to expand their footprint. St. Louis is a great market for them. Can you imagine in St. Louis having the Georgetowns and the Marquettes coming into town? It'd be a hot ticket, but it's not a stretch here. We're not trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. This is where St. Louis University belongs. Quite frankly, when they expanded previously, they should have gone, but now is the time. So I'm talking to the conference commissioner. I'm talking to university presidents, making the case that St. Louis University should be the next team in the Big East.
Final thought, the congressional baseball game coming up. Your OPS is higher than Jordan Walker's. You must really look forward to it. And give us an idea about your training to have all this success.
Well, I love it. It's a lot of fun. Having played at Schmitt, and then in college, so it gives me a chance to get back on the field. You get to work with house members, with these early morning practices. We practice at 5:45 in the morning for an hour and a half every day, starting in March, like when spring training. So it's a real commitment. But to get out on the field where there's 35,000 fans there at Nats Park, raising, $3 million for local charities, it's a lot of fun. But I've learned in this game that don't get injured. Try to stay back, wait for your pitch. That's the key here. But I have a lot of fun. And I want to represent St. Louis, where I'm from. I want to represent Missouri. And I want to win.
Senator, great to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Frank.